The Washington Commanders. They have a lot of needs, you know. They have a decent amount of needs. We're going to try to fix that. Today we're going to do a 7-round mock draft for the Washington Commanders, my Washington Commanders, and we're going to try to make them the best team possible after free agency. The NFL draft is in 20 days, or as of right now, 19 days. I cannot wait. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Commanders Guru, where I talk all things NFL, NFL draft, and of course the Washington Commanders. And if you love any of those three, and especially all three, make sure to subscribe. You will not regret it, especially if you're a Commanders fan. I love talking about the Washington Commanders, and we'll be talking a lot more about the Commanders when the draft is, just another blink away. So we're gonna hop right into this 7-round mock draft for the Washington Commanders, and we're gonna try to make us the best team available and try to make us contenders. And I guarantee you and me, we will be contenders after this mock draft. Let's go. Starting off, we have Jeremiah Love, Caleb Downs, Spencer Lane, and Carnell Tate. I want to do something really funny. This is the first time, we got trades. Someone wants to trade back. Someone might want to trade back. Can we? And a guy wants to trade back again. Oh. A player wants to trade back again. Okay, wait. The PFS just broken. PFF's just broken. Why did they take Carnell Tate? Why did they take Carnell Tate? Force trade that. I think that would definitely happen. I think that's a fair trade move up 4 spots. The Commanders. Yeah, now we have so many picks now. For our first pick at 15, after trading back twice, we get. You can get Mekhi Lemon, or you can get Jordan Tyson. Which one? I think they go with Mekhi Lemon here. I think they get their future CB, their future wide receiver. Wide receiver 1, he's Jason Amon-Ra St. Brown, archetype type player. That's my comps. And the Commanders get him at 15 after a trade back. Commanders also get Avion Terrell. So we're moving out the first round with our wide receiver and then our cornerback already solidified. We got the wide receiver 2 of this year's draft and then the cornerback 3 of this year's draft as well. Immediately we're cooking up. We could double down and take another cornerback if we really want to. We now have the 46 overall pick. We could double down and absolutely add to our secondary and take AJ Halsey, or we could just fill in a running back and get Jadon Price and get the running back 2 of the Notre Dame Irish. The Irish. Do you want to take a cornerback here? Tijuana. I love Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson, in my opinion, looks really good. We're doubling down on cornerback. We're taking Chris Johnson. And we're not looking back. We are not looking back, ladies and gentlemen. We're just not. We take Chris Johnson. So, let's look at this so far. Mekhi Lemon, Avon Terrell, and Chris Johnson. Other needs that we might want to do is center, linebacker, and safety. Let's look at the safety prospects right now. Kamari Ramsey. Kamari Ramsey is a slot safety. He's a nickel. I don't think I want to risk a player that high. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Washington Commanders at 71 take Jake Slaughter, the best center in the draft. He's an absolute freak. You know what? So we get wide receiver, cornerback. He's probably saved for the next future. And then you know what? An ideal tackle linebacker is not here. So I'm going to take Michael Taft, who is a super underrated safety in this year's NFL draft. And he is an absolute freak. You gotta look at it real quick, guys. He had an 88 PFF grade, 89 coverage grade. He is really good at He does not miss tackles. He's alright in run defense, and he's more of a deep safety that we actually do need. So this is definitely a player that we could definitely use on for our football team. 110%. So let's go. So let's scroll down. Let's get back to where we are at. We have the 187 pick. What do we want to take here? We could take an edge player here. That's absolutely horrendous. %12 when. Whew. You know what? I'm going to take, I don't know, do we want to take a wide? We're going to take an edge player here. Quintinus Hutchins. He's alright. He's not the best player available. He's not the best player ever. But you know what? He can get the job done. Is there any wide receivers who I might be interested in? Baron Brown is like low-key a fucking speedster freak. Not gonna lie with you. But we're not gonna go there. I think what we do take here is we take I think this is when we add in some running back depth. I think we take Desmond. Yeah, I think we take Desmond Reed. He's pretty alright. He's good. I like him a lot. He can get the job done for the Commanders 110%. And I think, you know what? At 223, it's the last pick. These picks don't really matter. This is probably the last pick that I might be like tuned in on. But at 7, in 7th round at what is it? 223. I'll take Kendrick Law. So like, you know, add in a little more wide receiver depth right there. So here is the brand new Commanders 7th round mock draft. We trade down to 11 and acquire the 30th overall pick in the NFL draft. And then we trade down to 15th. We could have taken Caleb Downs, which might have been an absolute steal. And you know what? Might have been the move in my opinion. You still get the 30th overall pick. But then you trade back four spots down. Get a 2nd round pick, and then take a player like Micah Lemon, which I would take at 7. And then again, you move back down to 30th. You take Avion Terrell, who is an absolute demon. He's such a good wide cornerback. He's cornerback 3 in this year's draft. And then you take Chris Johnson, who is my cornerback 5 in this year's draft as well, behind Colton Hood and Avion Terrell. So again, immediately you fix the cornerback position because you fix probably our biggest need. And we immediately fix cornerback. Now we have Trey Amos, Avon Terrell, Chris Johnson, and Meek Robinson, Mikey Sanders still. You cannot hate that. You cannot hate that at all. And then at 71, you take Jake Slaughter. We need a center. I do not want Nick Allegretti playing center. So you take Jake Slaughter. You take the best center in the draft. Who can be an absolute freak. He's so athletic. And he's so good. He's good in pass. He's good in pass block and good in run block. He will be absolutely great for us. And he'll probably be one of the best centers in the NFL. He'll probably be a top 10 center in a couple years in the NFL. That's my prediction. But I would absolutely love to have him on the Commanders. And that's why we selected 71. 147, we take probably one of the more underrated safeties in the draft, in Michael Taft. He's a really good. He's one of the more pure, good coverage safeties in the down deep. And you take him at 147, he might go early. He might be a day 3 type safety. wouldn't be that surprised. And we snag him at 147. Love that. And then you get some edge help with Quintavious Hutchins from Boston College. He's all right. He's an all right pass rusher. You know, he's your typical 6th round edge rusher, and then you get running back depth and wide receiver depth in the early 200s. So with this mock draft, I think this is like right here. You might even want to you could take out Mason Thomas like how PFF is suggesting at pick 248, 46. But in my opinion, this draft right here, in my opinion, the Commanders are complete Super Bowl contenders. I think the Commanders, after this draft, immediately offer their first 4 picks, even 5 picks, immediately solidify themselves as the best team in the NFC East. And you know what? Like Jaden Daniels, oh my God, he would love to have this. You get a new center, and you get an athletic, good center, a guy who's not going to be a brick, have bricks for legs like Tyler Biadasz, and then you have Mekhi Levin, who has a great yak ability and is great at creating separation. And then of course Avon Terrell and Chris Johnson, who will be good cornerbacks for our team. So you know what? I cannot hate this. The Commanders have an absolutely great draft. This Commanders team right here are contenders. This is what happens. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe if you love NFL draft, and Commanders content. I'm the Commanders Guru. See you guys in the next one. Eat some great food.